It's tea time with MahMah Tea.
Hey babies, it's MahMah Tea, back with another one. Whew, so much going on in the world, honey. I don't even know where to begin. You know, for the past week, honey, I had to unplug from all this shit here. It was just too much. See, as a Cancer, honey, we retreat back into ourselves because we ain't got time. We got to wring out some of this energy that we've absorbed. We absorbed a lot of energy, and sometimes you got to go off by yourself and wring that shit out. And that's what I did. I went to the waters, baby. I spent about a week at the waters, just playing in the water, dancing in the water, listening to the wind talk, feeling that sun glaze over my face, washing. Let mama baptize me herself. Not no priest, not no pastor, not none of that shit, but nature herself, the womb, the amniotic fluid of this realm, which is the deep waters. Some of us come from the primordial waters, honey. Always looking up, always looking out, not realizing that you came from right here. Even though that they manipulated, played with our genetics, honey, the container is still filled with water. Yes, it is. Somebody came here, couldn't see a damn thing, and needed to put up a false light and then try to separate the waters from the waters. Was it full of darkness, that triple darkness? Or was we existing in the realm that your ass just couldn't see? Anyway, moving on. Today I got on my red. Red is my favorite color. Speaking of red, there's a lot of red shit going on, ain't it? Let's talk about this thing red. The ancestors talk in frequency. They not only talk in frequency, they talk in numbers, they talk in shape, sigils, and color. There's a lot of talk about red shit going on these days, ain't there? I heard a black woman get online and talk about the gingers are black. Honey, all the gingers came out the woodwork, embracing this shit, loving this shit. Couldn't wait for somebody to bring them in. Couldn't wait for somebody to embrace them because they've been an outcast. And some say, you rearrange the word ginger, you get the word ninja. You know what I'm talking about when I say ninja. Then you got some black folks hating that shit. They don't like that shit. They said, you letting the vampires in. Didn't you see sinners? Some black folks pulling out the Bible, talking about these are the children of Esau. These is Esau and Jacob and all of this shit. I'm just sitting back watching. Just watching. They calling them red velvet and all. Ooh, some of y'all getting hot about that shit. Ooh, I'm just watching. Mama, what all this mean? What does red mean? This fire, this initiation. You know, I look at everything planetary when I try to decipher these codes, and red is Aries. The first sign, the breakthrough, the trailblazer, the renewal of it all. When time starts all over again. The beginning, the burst of life, the new year. Something is collapsing at the same time. Something is renewing. Some of us are here to be spectators. That's why your ancestors say stay out the shit. Just watch it. And some people want to be participators. Baby, you get in where you fit in. When you start learning astrology and understanding how to read these things, because these sciences came from our ancient mothers, you begin to see how your story is unfolding. And your story may not be someone else's story. So you gotta watch for the overlap. The parallel universes that's colliding in the destiny swapping that they trying to do. Because you know when your timeline is up, it's collapsing. All you gotta do is leap out this shit. But something wanna hold you in it. The powers that be that plagiarized the original script written by our ancient mothers that was already fulfilled. They putting together a bad play with a bad script with a group of bad actors on it. That's why your ancestors are saying, stay out the shit. They want to reenact the play. They want to rewrite the script. And they looking for the codes who they could pull in to make it a new reality. When it's a false reality. It's a false light in a false script. The ultimate soul trap. When your ancestors say, stay out the shit, baby, stay out the shit. Get your fannies and get it popping. Some of us got a front row seat to this shit. We know how it's going to turn out because our mothers wrote it. where your father stole it. Looking for the wound codes to pull back into this shit so they can rewrite the story. You collapsing. You got one or two ways out this shit. Either you fall or you trying to revert, invert, and reset. Not this time. There's too many of us up. There's too many of us remembering. There's too many of us returning to the ways of the ones that was here before time. Well, let's decode some of this red shit that's going on. Why now? Why that black women sound the alarm and said the gingers are black? And why is dividing the ocean the Red Sea again? Why some blacks like it and some blacks don't? Why some whites hate it and some whites don't? What's being revealed with this redness that's going on? Some people look at this, you letting the enemy in. And some people say, oh, I think we got an ally in the enemy's camp. How this gonna play out? Since that announcement is made and the vibration rippled through the current, Annabelle shows up. Who Annabelle is? What she represent? That Raggedy Ann doll. Who is Raggedy Ann? Orphan Annie, the reject. That raggedy doll with the red hair named Annabelle, touring and traveling through your antebellum states. Honey, she done went through Louisiana in that oldest temple. Not away, not this way. Burnt down to the ground. Look at the reaction. Who loving it? Who hating? Who upset about it? Who reveling? Who rejoicing? Woo, what a wonderful time to be alive. Then 11 prisoners escaped. Prisoners escaped. Wasn't set free. They broke free. 11 pillars, portals, parallel lines, universes. In that gateway of Louisiana, who else is connected to Louisiana? Who's sitting in a hot seat while the Raggedy Ann doll traveled through your antebellum states? Some of us are spectators, while others are participators. Baby, you gonna buy tickets to the show? Or you really gonna join in the play and become a bad actor in a bad script that was already played out? The color is red. Why red? Red could represent the blood, the sacrifice, turning red hot, Mars, war. All the shit you've done, all the blood you spilled, my ancestors, as Annabelle shows up and y'all line up to go see it. Go ahead and get a dose and sip on your own medicine and watch the energy revert and turn on you as you burn from the inside out. Fire starts from nowhere. Now, she done travel over to the Lone Star State, Texas. Right in time for your Juneteenth. You liar. Texas the liar. Where you held the people still in bondage. Didn't even let them know that the law said that they was free. But you held them in bondage. So here come Annabelle heading to your capital. Y'all lined up for the shit. Can't wait to see her. Go ahead and sip on her tea and get a dose of your own medicine as she travels through the antebellum states of the Civil War. What was we fighting for? What did you harness in? And what do your incorporation dates mean? You're harnessing on planetary energy. Y'all hate astrology. You don't want to believe in it, but they using it to harness planetary energy to lock it into the planetary grids to make sure you keep the people in prison, whether physically, mentally, or spiritually. Now your own reject, your red-headed ones, your rag dolls are now touring all through your cities and wreaking hell, the inversion, flipping it right through your red states. Now, baby, are you going to be a participator or a spectator? We living in a time, honey, we ain't got to do shit. But those who still spellbound in it. Because some of y'all fresh out of these religions, and I understand. You wet behind the ears with the shit. You ain't detoxed this thing out you fully. You trying to integrate it because you still got the fear in you because of the blood oaths that many of you made. Turned your back on your sisters while that colonizer came over here, raped her, pillaged her, diluted you off of some money, some land, some rank, some order. Yeah, baby, it's on you to deal with your own family business. Everybody ain't trying to be pulled into your mess. You got to clean that shit up yourself. Some of us are spectators, or some of you are participators. You could break them oaths, baby. You could tear up them contracts. You don't have to participate in a bad play, a bad script, plagiarize with a group of bad actors. It's a game. It's a play. That's why they call it a play, because they playing on you. These archons that was all over these religions, they just morphing and transforming into other things because they're not leading you back to your divine mothers that predate them. And they leading you to more of these divine fathers, honey. It's a trick. It's a trap. Don't let them use you to get to us, because it's not going to happen this time. We wrote the story. They plagiarized it. It's all false. You got to know that. Y'all need to wake up from that shit. Stop getting caught up in the spell that you bound in. Break that shit, baby. You got the original womb codes. Go in them waters. Chant, speak, break it. You ain't got to play with it. Watch them collapse. Watch them fall. Matter of fact, if you got a cord connected to the sea, yank that shit. Watch it collapse. You don't need nobody. You got it. You don't need nobody to go with you. You know, I used to do a lot of consultations about south nodes and north nodes. The south node is where you been. You ain't got to go back there. The north node is where you're going. That's where you should be headed to. So when you run cross paths with people that's in opposition to your nodes, it's to exchange information. Because where they going, honey, you been there, done that. And where you going, they been there, done that. Exchange the information and keep on going. Don't you dare detour your path to go walk with somebody else's. You know, I did a reading about 2 years ago when I was in Mexico about a young girl who had a north node dealing with some family issues, and she was pissed off. Why I got to be dealing with these family generational curses? What that got to do with me? Honey, if you came back here to deal with family generational curses, that means you the one who probably started the shit. So you here to clean up your own damn mess. And stop trying to run away from some shit you did. Or stop trying to draw people in to help you clean up your mess. We got our own family issues to deal with. Deal with yours. Clean up your yard before you start pulling somebody else in yours. That's not how this thing go. Sometimes you got to break your own contract that you signed. Some of us tore that shit up eons ago. So we are now the spectators, not the participators. Red is the color. Renewal. We done spilled enough blood. There has been enough betrayal between all of us. The reason why we going through this shit, because many of us started this shit. Now we're here to clean it up by following your destiny, which your ancestors had laid before you. If you just stop and listen to yourself and your heart and not the projection of others. That's not how this works. Go to the waters, baby. Go to the mountains. Go to the seas. Go to the forest. Sing out them vows. Women, I told y'all a long time ago, pull out this shit. And many of y'all want the Great War. Honey, that war already came and gone. It happened. They want you to participate. They need your energy to fulfill the false script. Bad actors, bad play. False light. Soul trap. Don't do it. It's not your story. It's theirs. Shout out to Annabelle doing the work with your red hair. Shout out to the gingers. Been activated. The Raggedy Ann doll, little Orphan Annie, orphan trains. Who was them children on them trains? Look at what's happening, y'all. Look at what's being revealed right before your eyes. And it ain't over. The show has just begun. Now, the question is, will you be a spectator or a participator? The choice is yours. And that's my spill for today. MahMah Tea, y'all be good. Love you, baby. Bye now.
Pain, feel the flame in my chest. Still from the mud, but I rise like the blessed. This ain't speed, it's grace in motion. Oil in my hips, universe in my ocean. Drip like gold, truth in the rain. Ride through the pain, high octane.